Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Julie and I make fitness and lifestyle content. I just make it for fun. I'm not trained in any kind of certification of, fitness, wellness, being able to train anybody. So anything that I say, please, before you decide to go and do something, consult your doctor. Make sure that you're always safe, and yeah, only do something that you feel comfortable with doing. I just want to talk today about my 10-week weight loss journey. I just want to say beforehand that this, weight loss does take a really long time. And in the 10 weeks that I did what I did, I only lost about £3 of actual weight, which was really frustrating because you think, oh, 10 weeks is a long time to be focusing on your diet and things like that. But a lot of other things come into play, like building muscle and, on what days you weigh yourself and hormones, things like that. So, yeah. The first thing I'm going to do is just give you guys a bit of a backstory about me. So I've basically been trying to lose weight or like yo-yo dieting my whole life. I've been through the process of learning about weight loss, learning about fitness, learning about nutrition pretty much since I was in school. And the first time that I realised that I had, any kind of problem with food or just realising that I was different to other people was when I was in school. So when I was in school, I was overweight and I was actually bullied for it, which is awful. And these days, I hope that kids don't go through bullying and things like that to the extent that I did, because it was like horrendous. And I think at the time it did make my situation and like the way that I felt about things mentally like much worse. I've definitely gone through like body dysmorphia and things like that, which luckily now that I'm over 30, like I don't really suffer with that often. Like I think it is something that you carry on throughout your life, and it does carry on being something that's like in the back of your mind. And like especially if you go out clothes shopping, things like that, I feel that I do kind of feel it a lot more in those instances. But since I've got older, it's got better basically. Social media also really doesn't help. So if you get triggered by any kind of social media, then just don't go on that while you're recovering from something like that. But yeah, my backstory is that I was fat in school. I did get bullied, and it actually caused me to not go like full blown into starvation or anything, but I did limit my calories a lot, and I did exercise a lot when I was younger. If you think, like, I was only 13, 14 when this all kind of happened, and looking back now, like, I think that is a lot for a 13, 14-year-old to go through. And I did lose the weight. I lost it in about a year and a half. I lost 6 stone, so I was morbidly obese when I was in school. Other things around me also didn't help, but yeah, so my whole sort of journey started there when I was in school and I was very young, and ever since then I have taken on like a lot of different, I guess, ideas about fitness and wellness and what it should look like. I feel like today we do look at it at a much better aspect than we did, say, a few years ago. So yeah, I lost all of that weight, and then I went through my teenage years. Basically, I think these were the years where everyone kind of was obsessed with, we're still obsessed with Instagram now, don't get me wrong, but we were obsessed with, not actual health and wellness, we was obsessed with what people actually look like how big people could grow their glutes and stuff like that. And that's also a phase that I went through when I started going to the gym all the time. I would literally lift weights just to build like bigger glutes, and I would eat just to build bigger glutes. And yeah, do you know what? At the time, I felt great. I looked great. I felt really confident, but that didn't last for long, because you've got to keep things like that up for a very long time. And at the same time, like, I wasn't physically fit. You can go to the gym and lift all these weights and build these beautiful muscles, and you can look physically fit, but if you're not able to run for 5 minutes, then you know your heart isn't healthy. Like, if you don't do things like cardio that get your blood pumping all the way through your body and get you sweating out toxins, things like that, then you're not as physically healthy as you think you are. I think the most important thing to do is to have a balance in your fitness and wellness routine in your life. You need a balance of you know, doing strength training, because strength training is so important for all of your connective tissues around your body. And when I talk about strength training, I'm not just talking about lifting a load of weights, because we're not all built for that. I know that I feel much better when I lift lighter weights. I don't think that I could ever be someone who lifts like these heavy weights. That would take years and years of training for me. But yeah, it's better to have a routine of strength training and also cardio. So the second thing that I want to talk about, which is really important when you know you're doing some kind of fitness plan, or like I did for my 10 weeks, is to really try and clean up your diet. This doesn't mean that I didn't have like the odd treat here and there. I did, but I made like good switches. Like, I would switch really high sugar chocolate, you know, like your dairy milk, things like that, I love that, to like dark chocolate, because it's full of antioxidants and it's still high in calories, but it is a lot better for you, and you don't need to eat so much of it. I would also eat a lot of fruit. I literally turned into a fruit bat, which I know on a lot of you know, weight loss programs like Slimming World. I've been through Slimming World and things like that, and I remember they used to say that fruit wasn't the best for you, that you should avoid eating too much fruit because of the sugars. But if you're training really hard and you're burning a lot of calories, like, just eat the fruit. If it's going to stop you from eating a whole bar of chocolate, just eat the fruit, like, and it's good for you. It's full of nutrients, full of vitamins, things like that your body needs. Then please just eat the fruit. Don't worry about sugars and carbs, things like that. Obviously there is a limit to everything. Like, you can have too much of a bad thing and also too much of a good thing. So, you know, I wouldn't advise just eating like 5 bananas in one go, because, you know, potassium, hey. But, you know, I would have days where I'd eat like half a watermelon, and I would be like, well, it's fine because it's mainly water, and I didn't eat like chocolate and crisps and stuff like that. So yeah, please just have everything in balance if you can. And also, what also helped me was cooking new recipes, like just finding new recipes of things I liked. Like, I like a lot of fish, I like a lot of meat and things like that. I'm not the biggest fan of chicken, but eggs, love eggs, basically lived on eggs. But if you're someone who has, like, you know from the doctor that you've got high cholesterol, things like that, I know that eggs aren't the best. But that's when you would just switch to like egg whites and things like that. But eggs were literally my saviour throughout my 10-week weight loss, because they not only gave me a lot of protein, they're also cheap, and they're also quite convenient, especially if you've got a little egg cooker like I have. I love my egg cooker. But Yeah, diet is really important, and it doesn't matter how much you're running or how much you're doing cardio or walking or lifting weights. It doesn't matter how much you're doing that. You might be doing that 5-6 days a week for an hour, 2 hours at a time, which I don't advise that either. You don't need to exercise that much. Then if you don't clean up your diet, then you won't actually see the result that you're wanting. What I used to find is that I would have poor diet and then lift weights, and then you could actually see like my abs growing under the fat on my stomach, but all that would do was push my fat out. So then you'd have a layer of abs and strong core, which is great because it's so important to have strong core, but then that literally pushes the fat layer out and makes you look bigger in the long run. So yeah, it's really important that you clean up your diet. And also another thing which I stopped doing was drinking so much alcohol. Alcohol really disrupts your sleep. Even if you just have one drink, your sleep is disrupted. And also it makes you fat. Alcohol, you're literally drinking your calories. It's all right to still have alcohol here and there, because I did go out with friends, I did still enjoy myself from time to time, but it's about knowing your limits and knowing how that alcohol is going to affect your performance. I also noticed, like, if I had a few drinks the night before a long run, I would really struggle compared to the days that I hadn't had a drink. Yeah, alcohol just isn't the best, so just try and avoid it if you can, if you're really serious about doing well on your journey. The next thing is to just make a decision, really, and just decide that you're going to do it, and you need to know what exercises you're going to do. You need to know, what exercise is it that I enjoy? So when I was self-conscious about going in the gym and stuff like that, I would do a lot of home workouts. There's loads on YouTube that you can do. Loads of people make home workout videos, and they're all different levels as well. Like, I really like those walking ones that people do, you know, like when you're walking for a bit or you're jogging on the spot for a bit and then you do a minute of exercise or whatever. It'd be like squats or like karate kicks or whatever. But yeah, I did that before I was confident enough to actually get back in the gym and make a workout plan for myself. And also, before I started running, I did a lot of long walks with my dog. Walking is just something that you should do every day anyway. Like I understand we all have busy jobs, we all get tired, but if I've had a really office-based day, if I can get out on a walk at the end of the day and just, you know, shake it all off, and then I feel like I've done something, it is really important, like especially if you're an office worker, to get out and do a walk. If you're not going to run or do anything else, just please go for a walk. It'll make you feel so much better. I'd advise to try lots of different things, like join a class or just try something new. You could just say to yourself, okay, I'm going to try a few new things this week. I'm going to join a yoga class and I'm going to go for a long walk, or I'm going to do a home workout and I'm going to then go swimming on one of the days and just see how that goes. So it's just about finding what you enjoy, and you know, if you enjoy it, stick to it. If it's something that you really don't enjoy, then just don't carry on doing it. Like, I'm not someone that would go to the swimming pool every day and swim, because I just don't enjoy it. So the next thing to do is to build your plan, and you have to make this really realistic. So I've been through my times of making a really unrealistic plan. I used to literally get my notebook and I would write down on there, I put the 7 days of the week down, Monday to Sunday, and then I would you know, write on 6 of the days strength workouts, 6 strength workouts a week, you know. Or like when I originally started running, I was like, I wrote down I'm going to do 5 runs a week, and I'm going to do 4 strength days a week. So I would literally be running and strength training a full hour each, or an hour and half an hour, for at least 5 days of the week, and that was just really unrealistic. In the end, I found my happy medium, and I did, and this was especially good for my half marathon training, because when you are training for a race, you need to work on your strength training. I did 3 runs a week. One of my runs was a long run, so 10k and up, but you won't be able to do that straight away at first. That's just me personally. And then my other 2 runs, one would be like an easy sort of 5k, the other run would be 3 to 4k, like working on speed, like I think it's called a tempo run, just where you go out, you work on your speed, you run, I don't know, I used to run like much faster pace, and then slow down and run the next kilometre at an easier pace, and that's how you train your body to build up your speed. That's how you train your fast twitch muscle fibres to get better for your speed. So you've just got to build your own plan and stick to it. If you're a beginner, I think your plan, I think every beginner does this, they bite off more than they can chew. I think that's just natural, but when that happens, you just have to have a little chat with yourself and just say, do you know what, that didn't go well, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to carry on, and I will, I'm going to succeed at what I'm doing. Like, I'm going to get better. And for that, you have to accept that anything to do with fitness or wellness or improving your health, it does take a lot of time. It does take a lot of time for you to, like, your looks to change and to start seeing differences in the mirror. That is all that I used to care about. I didn't used to care about if I was improving my health physically. I didn't care about whether I felt better, like, in my body or in myself. But now I train so that I can feel better in my body and in myself. I train so that, I feel more like getting up early in the morning. I feel less sluggish. I feel less bad mentally. Like, training is so good for your mental health. Like, literally running, I can feel the endorphin rush during and after, and that's literally like the, people talk about runner's high, things like that. That's literally the feeling that you get addicted to. So build your plan, be kind to yourself about it, and also realise that some days you're not going to be able to make your workout. Like, you'll be too busy, or you'll be too tired, or you might become unwell or have a cold or something, or the flu. Like, that can all stop you from getting on with your plan. And if you need to take a break from it, that's fine. I took a week's break when I hurt my hip, and to be honest with you, it was the best thing that I could have done for my training. I believe that it was the best thing that I could have done 2 weeks before my half marathon race, was give me that time to recover and rest. And I literally just focused on nutrition, and I focused on my stretching for recovery, and in the end I ran my race really well, and I came away from my race with no injuries, and yeah, it was great. The last thing I'm going to say is you need to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, then who else is going to believe in you? Obviously, it's great if you have like a good network of people around you, if you have a good family, if you have good friends around you that believe in you, and they they're rooting for you. They say, you can do this, you can do anything. I have a lot of friends that are luckily like that. Also, sometimes you might find when you tell people, I want to lose weight, or I want to start running, or I want to do this, they could turn around and have you know, their own opinion about it. They might say, oh, why would you want to do that for? Or you know, you look good the way you are, you're beautiful the way you are, or why would you want to put yourself through that? I've always hated that. Do you know what I mean? And I've also had a lot of that. Like, people say to me, you're crazy, I don't know how you do that. Like, why would you need to put yourself through that? And I'm like, because this is my own goal with me. Like, I had a little chat with me and I said to myself, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to run for miles and miles, and I want to do it with other people, and I want to get the medal, and you know, like, I want to look good, I want to feel good, and that's what I'm doing for me. And I don't care if you think I'm crazy. Like, you can join me if you want. There's a free space right here next to me. Come and join me. So yeah, you might find that you get a lot of people that are also not exactly here for what you're here for, and that's fine. It doesn't mean that you have to stop being friends with them. It doesn't mean that you have to, you know, disown them as your father-in-law or whatever. Like, it's just, people are allowed to have their own opinions, and you are allowed to carry on with whatever you want to do with that improves your life and improves your fitness journey. But yeah, overall in my 10 weeks I lost 3 pounds, and I'll put the difference photos at the beginning, and I'll also put them here to the side. If I move to the side, I'll put them in here for you so that you can see the real difference. As I said, I did 3 runs a week, and I did two strength training sessions. These weren't using heavy weights. These were like mainly body weight exercises, like planking, ab exercises, squats without weights, lunges without weights. And I didn't go hard, guys. I literally just did enough to feel a little bit of a burn, because I was really strapped for time most days with having to work full time all the time, which is another struggle which we all go through. Like, if you have to work full time, like, I don't know anyone that can afford to not work. I have to work to survive. I have to pay for my house, and I have to find time around work to work out. And I tell you now, most of the strength training sessions I did were 15-20 minutes long, and in the grand scheme of things, like, out of your whole day, 15-20 minutes is not a long time at all. So yeah, I just set the alarm, I got on with it, and yeah, I had my plan there. It also helps if you think about the exercises that you want to do during your 15-20 minutes. Like, do you want to watch a workout on the TV and follow along, or, you know, do you want to make your own plan? I made a lot of my own plans, and I just listed them down on a page. I would literally write down 3 different rounds of 5 exercises each, and I just chose exercises that were good for strengthening your muscles for running, because running has been my main goal given the race that I've just completed. Now I think I'll change around my strength training exercises a little bit, add a bit more ab focused and more arms and shoulders as well. I also trained arms and shoulders in my strength training days, because especially when you run, it's important to have strong arms, strong shoulders. Also helps with your core, and also your posture, maintaining your posture while running and things like that. But yeah, it's not all about running, it's just about whatever goal that you set for yourself, and just believe in yourself, know that you can smash this. And yeah, I'm with you all the way. And if you've got any questions about anything that I've done, you know, the achievements that I've made, then I'm more than happy to answer those for you. If you just leave a comment down below and just say, you know, you can just say, hi, I'm starting my journey, like, what would you recommend? Then I'm happy to help. And yeah, I want to help people and see, like, how far they can go. I also want to see how far I can go. And yeah, for me, it's not about looking like a fitness model or looking like these Instagram people, although I have got Instagram, you can go follow me if you want. But yeah, it's more about life and how exercise and wellness makes me feel. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to carry on watching my journey. I think I'll make some more videos with tips and things like that. Let me know what videos you'd like to see, and I can try my best to make those. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week, and I'll see you soon.